Speaking of YouTube, I was all set up to talk about Susan Wojcicki's appearance on 60 Minutes. And if you go back to the first video, I don't have it up now. So, oh wait, do I? No, I don't. So go back to the first video. I'll jump in that first video, and I will copy the links. And you don't have to do it right now, but I want you guys to make sure that you go back and you. Oh, isn't that weird? Okay, so I want you to make sure you go back and you watch these after we talk about it, because her appearance on 60 Minutes was I consider terrifying. See, I've already lost this up from that. They're protected by a 1998, I'm sorry, was it 1998? The Communications Act, where they're not responsible for the content that's posted to their systems. That means we're not, that means we don't touch stuff. And then they go right into talking about how much they work to filter the content that is published on YouTube. Not only is that hypocritical, but it's an extraordinary lack of self-awareness when you don't think that you're doing anything, or when you think that you shouldn't be interfering with free communication, and then you interfere with free communication. I'm not talking about illegal or inappropriate stuff, right? Because they're not a porn site, so they have every right to take off what would be considered porn. But they're also supposed to be non-biased and impartial, and yet they go further and they take down those as well. Some on the left, some on the right. I would argue that it's more on the right than the left. Hey, how you doing, Push Studios? Good to see you. I think that's Andrew. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the second show tonight. Susan Hamilton, always good to see you. Drone Kings in Darwin, how are you? Good to see you as well. Sean McKenna, hello, hello, hello. Blended Whiskey, hello to you, my friend. I hope you guys are finding this. I actually hope that another notification went out. Nothing we can depend on, but I hope so. So let's get back to YouTube Rewind. Now, a lot of people are going, well, I wonder why they're crapping on this, and I think I know the reason why. Is because it was more of a stroke fest. They, in fact, the opening line on this thing is, and I'm not going to play it with any of the audio, because too many people have been taken down. Yeah, 16 million dislikes on last year's Rewind. Well done, YouTube. You broke your record. So it says so in 2019. Oh wait, I'm sorry. 2018. We made something you didn't like. So in 2019, let's see what you did like. So all we see from then on is a top 10 list, top 5, top 10 list of all of those creators that have broken, milestones or made milestones. And all I could think about the whole time was, well, yeah, this is the kind of crap that you're throwing. As soon as somebody sees a bit of success, you just shove this down everyone's throat, YouTube. That's exactly what that turns out to be. And when you look at some of that, I mean, it's so evident, because I get served most of those, even though I don't watch some of that type of content. On my recommended page, I get them all the time. And they make it sound like this is everything that YouTube viewers liked. Well, it's tilted. The pinball machine has been tilted in that fashion, and that's why I think people are, well, look at the ratio. Actually, it's actually going up on the like side just a bit, but it was 600,000 likes to well over 1 million likes. Now it's still, double the dislikes, 1.3 million. Can you see that? No, you can't even see that. I'm sorry. There we go. It is 1.3 million dislikes. And remember, that was just released today. Incidentally, #1 on trending. Who would have thought that was possible? Oh man, they don't even see it. They don't even flippin' see it. Now, this goes to that interview with Susan Wojcicki. I don't know how you pronounce her name. Wojcicki. I've heard it a couple times on the 60 Minutes video. By the way, this is the 60 Minutes overtime video that we're also going to talk about a little bit. If you guys want to chime in on it, if you've seen it, Section 230 is that Communications Decency Act of, I believe it was 1998. Maybe it was earlier than that. Yeah, it was earlier than that. I just don't remember when. Pardon me for that. That gives them somewhat of a cushion from being responsible for the content that is posted to their site, which is fine. But they've used that as a shield. And then, of course, they've overstepped their bounds, in my opinion, in censoring content that is not indecent or illegal. Those should be the only two criteria from my perspective. Again, these are my opinions, and I hope to hear yours. I promise to be in a better mood when you guys come up, so don't worry about that. And then, of course, I want to talk a little bit about the founders, Larry and Sergey from Google, have left their CEO positions of Alphabet, really, because Google became a company under the umbrella of Alphabet Inc., which, of course, Larry and Sergey founded. And this is after they started acquiring several other companies that they wanted to retain their branding. That happens all the time. It's an umbrella corporation. And what they what they did was they said, well, you know, it's almost like Alphabet is a 21-year-old, and it's time to let them go on and live by themselves, you know, live on their own, kicking out of the nest. Now, on the weird side to this is that they're leaving, and I can't remember the guy's name, but they're leaving the current CEO in place. Actually, he's taking part of it, and they are going to remain on the board, which, you know, literally probably changes nothing, because all the decisions that the corporation, a publicly held corporation, have to be approved by the board. And if they're going to remain on the board, they're still going to have final say on major decisions that the company has to make. So, anyway, when I was talking earlier about people getting shut down and kicked off, these two guys, which are the same ones that punched up to Matt Christensen before I really think they even knew about him. This is Revenge of the Cis or something. Yeah, Revenge of the Cis. You know, they seem they were misdirected on that one. I haven't watched a lot of their stuff, but I happened to watch this video because it was #3 whenever you did a search for YouTube Rewind. Well, it cuts off. It literally cuts off, and their original stream was taken down, and that's not the only one that I've heard of. By the way, I was kind of shocked to see Matt on their show, because Matt's got, and listen, guys, there's, oh shit, did I even do what I said I was going to do? Hang on just a minute. I want to copy that, all these links. Oh, look, my stream's going yellow. Now I'm talking about all this. My stream's going yellow. I haven't put up any copyrighted information. So maybe it's not Restream. Maybe it is YouTube. Let me, oh yeah, it was working, Shauna. I saw you up there. I'm not done spouting off. Give me a few more minutes, and I'll bring you up if you want to call back in. All right, so I want to go to this particular video. I want to copy the links and paste them into this live stream so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's see. I'll just take the whole flipping thing. Okay. My apologies, guys. You know this wasn't planned this way. Brandon's still in the waiting room, so Everything should be okay, Sean. So, Sean, if you want to jump back on, man, go right ahead. Now, I'm going to bam and save changes. Let's see if it'll save changes. So far, so good. Oh, look at that monetization. I have a yellow caution triangle. You know what that means, don't you? I'm treading where they don't want me to tread. So that is what it is. Okay, where was I? All right, so those links are down in the description. And what I was saying before was that I was surprised that Matt Christensen, someone who's got, hundred thousands of subs, went on their show and they had a knockdown drag out over it, because I think these guys spouted off without knowing everything they should have been talking about. Kudos to Matt for going down and telling his side of the story. Now maybe when maybe he'll come on a show that likes what he does and treats him right. I'm not gonna hold my breath. But you think that might happen, Matt? Probably not. So, Matt, I'm waiting for you, man. I'm waiting for you. I'd love to have you on the show. That'd be great. So anyway, let's see. Where was I? What do you guys think? Do you think I'm right on that? Do you think that that may be the reason that it's getting such a healthy dose of thumbs down, dislikes? Because I think so. I really think so. Oh, you want to know something else that's pretty extraordinary? Let me show you here. If you guys are not paying attention to this, you need to pay attention to it, because it's quite hilarious, actually. Look at the chat, or the comments on this. So it says everyone. So in 2019, let's see what everyone likes. Let's copy and paste everyone else's comments. I'm just going to scroll through a few hundred of these. You guys seeing what I'm seeing? Are you? Look at that. This has struck a chord. This has struck a chord with the creator community, of which most of us are part of, if not all of us. Look at that. Why do you do that, Nora? That's interesting. I've never understood why people decide to hide. Now I am green screen today because I knew I wanted to. God damn it, it's going yellow again. Because I knew that I wanted to highlight some sites, and that's the easiest way for me to do it. But normally, no, I'm not green screen. Right here is total green screen tonight. Normally this, look, see the pictures back there. my old oil painting is back there, and that's how you can tell the difference right now. Oh, there's no shelf, there's no nothing. So yeah, that is the old set. Oh, I know you can't read them. Oh yeah. Let me bump that up, and what the hell. But just for a short time. Oh my God, really? No, stop that. This is one of those nights right here. One of those nights. Okay. Oh, for the love of Pete. All right, this should be. That's not easier to read at all. Let me pump up this thing. This is when you know it's a fantastic show. This is when you know you've reached gold, folks. And now it won't scroll fast enough for me. I'm going up and down for no real good reason, but yeah, there you go. That'll give you a good idea. And if you read one, you can read them all, because 90 more percent of these are copies of the original, and it's all these people who are ticked off, literally ticked off. All right, let's get out of that. Bring me back up. Okay, so You know what? Now I think it's just time. It's just time to open up the video lines and get some folks up here and see what's happening. Oh, hide myself view. Go into to choose. I don't even know if I've got your name, man. Yeah, no name. So, yeah, I mean it's and we're yellow stream again. So that probably means no one will see this, Brandon. But how you doing, man?
Can you hear me perfectly?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
This is quite awkward. Like, my computer's there, and I've got it on my thing right here.
Oh, just look straight in your camera. That's what I do every night.
Yeah. Like, hold on, I mean, don't have enough battery, but I use the stream as an eye view. Volume off, please.
Yeah, I don't even know if anyone's seeing this right now. So.
Yeah, people aren't seeing it.
Well, no, I mean, are you watching the stream itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on now, look.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, at least it's getting out a bit.
I'm just bouncing my phone.
Oh man.
Camera.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
That's not gonna be funny.
So anyway, Brandon, what do you think about all of that that I don't know that diatribe I just threw out there?
Well, PewDiePie got highlighted in it like 2 times, but like at the end part when it got shown again, it was only like 3 seconds, and it was just videos.
Yeah, they had to. They absolutely had to include PewDiePie in it because they got so much shit for it last year. Thank you.
But like, I think why they did not do it in a big budget way to save time and money and worry about people liking it.
Yeah.
Like wasting a lot of money on sets.
Well, I'm really. Yeah, I'm upset because I think it's pandering, and then the other one is exactly what I was saying before. It's a false list. I mean, it's a list of their own making, and to me that just sounds like a huge pat on the back for YouTube, which is kind of what Rewind is anyway. Do you think I'm wrong there?
Yeah. Not really,
No?
because like they just pick what they think. Like, highlight a few YouTubers I know, and then there was like a video of like some sport girl. How is she a YouTuber? And like they use all music people.
I don't know, man.
And then why would they do that? They're no way of YouTubers. They're just music people, artists.
Yeah.
Not creating of YouTube.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, a lot of it is centers around that trending sort of mentality, right? They don't see it as a self-fulfilling prophecy. If somebody has 10 million subscribers and they release a new video, and a majority of those, or I would say, you know, a healthy chunk of those subscribers watch, you know.
Sorry.
You okay?
Got a cough.
But a majority of those people go in and they go to watch that video, and that's what triggers the trending. You know, how does that really, well, it becomes its own, you know, its own engine. And that, and then you don't have to have it that close because it was a little too hot. Yeah, it's like, how does that?
I don't have an arm for it yet. I'm using my hands.
That's okay. That's too close. See, whenever you talk into it when it's really close, you overmodulate, and it peaks my VU meters, bud. So be mic aware, have it away, and whenever you raise your voice, bring yourself away from the mic. Otherwise, it will pow. It'll just pound out. So
yeah, I just have it on my desk.
There you go. You were fine earlier. Bring it. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, what other thoughts do you have on the 3 subjects tonight, Brandon?
Well, with just the YouTube video itself, like, why did they not give him a longer moment. They give him the wedding video and him just getting his plaque.
Yeah.
They give Mr. Beast a teen moment, but they don't do the video of the trees, like saving the trees. That was the most thing ever.
That's a good
Everyone's
point.
trying to raise money for that.
Yeah, that's a good point. They showed
use that video.
Yeah, they showed an egg throwing video. It's like, really? Are you guys that tone deaf, YouTube?
I'm thinking, yeah, that video's big and viewed. Yeah, use that.
Exactly.
Like that. They're just thinking, oh, that's big views. Yeah, use that. Just YouTube kids use this or whatever. Yeah, I think so. Throw it in.
Yeah, another half-ass effort. Great editing, though. I'll give them that. But another half-ass effort on their part.
The glitch effects.
Yeah. All right, well, buddy, we're quarter till, and I got a couple of guests, so I'm gonna thank you for coming up and move on to my next guest, if you don't mind. I appreciate it, man. Sticking with all the problems tonight.
Yeah, hopefully I can get better for the next one. I often take these compliments and.
Oh yeah. Please do. Smoothers. All right. All right. You have a good one. I do appreciate that Brandon hung out for that long during the melee and my diatribe. I do want to. I see that. Hey, look, squirrel. I do want to say hello to some folks that I might have missed. Brand Ariels, how you doing? Viewed this. Good to see you, my friend. Of course, Nora, I still want to know why you hide your likes and dislikes. Let's see. Tech for your needs. How are you, my friend? Jimmy C and friends. Good to see you, Jimmy C. You're gonna have to come back up one of these days, Jimmy, because our the Thanksgiving one got cut off. Adam from Crab. My dad makes me watch. How you doing? They forgot to include YouTubers that made it. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, man. They just keep shitting on those YouTubers that made them what they are. I mean, if it wasn't some of those early adopters, Google would have never offered them any money. But again, I don't want to go off on a rant again. Awesome Epic Adventures. How you doing? Hey, look, a squirrel. Good to see you. Tony from Hey, look, a squirrel. That'd be interesting. Oh, that might be his new channel. Luke Duke, how you doing, man? All right, I'm gonna bring out my next guest, and this one I'll have to type in some words. We'll wait till he realizes it. Sean, if you're hanging out over there, man. Let's see. Oh, I gotta know how to. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to copy and paste. What am I doing here? You're looking a little sideways there, my friend. There we go. Let me do some copy and pasting here so I can get you a lower third, because this is your first time on the show. Can you hear me okay? Your mic is muted. Can you unmute your mic, Sean? It should be in the Zoom interface if you don't have another way to mute it, but there it is.
Is that better?
Oh, it's much better. Sean, how you doing, man?
Better? I'm doing all right. Making dinner.
Ah, yes. Oh, yeah. I was actually in some live streams earlier today, and I got pulled away to make some food for my face.
Right on.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I was listening to your other show the other night. I missed it. We were talking about tonight's show, and I figured I'll hop on and talk to you for a bit.
Oh, awesome, dude. I'm glad to have you. For those folks who are watching, that is just where Sean was sitting. He'll be there again soon.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're wondering why are we looking at a chair on the radio?
I'm trying to make some grub.
Ghana says I'd go up, but I'm not a good person. That is not true, Ghana. That is not true at all. So what are we having, Sean?
I settled with pork chops and applesauce.
Ah, pork chops and applesauce. Does anybody know what that's from? Oh, man. All I remember is Peter Brady did it in one of the shows.
Brady Bunch?
Yes. Yeah, they all thought that was funny because he did that. And I want to say it's like a Jimmy Durante thing, but I can't be sure. Pork chops and applesauce.
Applesauce.
Yeah, pork chops and
Jimmy
applesauce.
Durante, you gotta love it. Gotta love it.
So what are your thoughts, Sean, on any one of the three topics tonight? If you've got any.
Well, it's interesting because I do substitute work for a teacher, and the other day I was doing some shadowing, and in the class, the English teacher kept the kids up current, and I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. What she was talking about was in 1961, the FCC, there was an Amelia report, which I was going to search on before I got on the show, but the Mueller report for 61 was talking about the FCC rules and how the big three should be responsible. And after the class, I didn't say anything. I was just listening to the kids and stuff, and they were having a nice discussion about it. I'm like, you're on point. I'm like, what does the FCC have to do with COPA, and the FTC is the ones that are bringing suit? Yes. So what's the difference?
Well, I don't think the FCC has anything to do with COPA. The Trade Commission does. The Federal Trade Commission does.
But isn't it the FCC that's in control of what's being broadcasted?
Yes. But only from a both a technical and a content standpoint. But enforcement, I think, falls to the FTC. I don't think that the FCC has any powers of enforcement. They only draft the rules. Now I may be wrong about that. Maybe someone will correct us, but I believe that's how it works.
I was kind of curious too on if it's the FTC, what are we trading?
Oh yeah, I know, right? Well,
that was my big question.
Yeah. Well, like I said in one of those videos, I think they look at us as independent entrepreneurs or independent organizations that could be considered sole proprietors. So we do kind of qualify suddenly as a business, even though we're not publicly traded. But I don't know, man.
Crazy.
It's government shit. You know how that is, and they'll.
I'd like to know where the benefits are for that one.
I know, right? It's like anything else, man. We follow the money, and we'll find out. Where the power lies. It's a big mess. I'm not so much worried about COPPA, not just for myself, but for most people, only because the rules and regs, which we should be seeing here in another 5 days, the updates to it, I'm sure they're going to take into account what they missed in the last update. Well, it was like 2012 or 2013. And now that they're being so hardline on enforcement, they almost have to clarify even further, so that they have a leg to stand on.
The other thought was, because I was listening to a bunch of information on COPPA, and my thought was, in the terms of service for YouTube, and I may be wrong about this, but if you're 13 or below, you're not supposed to have an account.
Yep.
Is that right?
That's absolutely correct.
So I'm a little confused still.
Yeah, so it's like, where's the problem? Well, I'll tell you where the problem is, man. And this has been brought out a lot, and we'll probably get my stream shut down.
No, let's not do that.
Oh, I don't care. All I'm going to do is tell it like it is. YouTube on one side of their face was saying, yeah, you're not supposed to have an account unless you're 13. You're actually not even supposed to be watching if you're 13. Oh, but look at all this kids content we have. Don't worry about YouTube Kids. Hey, we have the most kids content of everyone. They're literally telling advertisers this.
Wow.
And how stupid do you have to be to, one, know that you're not supposed to be catering to kids or collecting their information, and on the other side of your mouth, advertise to potential advertisers that you've got a hell of a great under 13 audience. It's madness, dude. Madness.
Well, then I'm worried about all these people out there that are doing videos for kids, with kids, and that have kid content. I mean, it's like, okay, how do they? You can't monetize. You can't do the chat.
Well, here's something that I should interject with that, because if you have your kids in your video and they're under the age of 13, that is parental consent, and you don't have to say that your channel is geared toward children. That should be right on the table right now, because I know a lot of people have had their kids or really trying to keep their kids out of their videos, and it's not necessary. That is parental consent, because you can come on YouTube with parental consent if you're under 13. Now, on the other side of that, if you are literally making content that is geared toward kids, that's the only time that you're going to be under the jurisdiction of COPPA. In that, right. Then you have to declare that. I mean, if you're targeting, if your audience is literally targeting, then you have to declare that. That's when you lose all of those benefits of being a standard creator. I know, it's nuts. It's nuts, and it's because
that eliminates. It's cutting off your nose to spite your face, I think, a little bit.
It really is. It really is. And again, that goes down to YouTube collecting all this information from those under the age of 13.
Would it be the advertisers and not YouTube? Is that what YouTube stance on that is?
Well, no, it's because, remember when I said that YouTube was telling potential advertisers, hey, we have a huge audience for kids. We know that because we've collected all this information from those kids. Come advertise with us.
And then the FTC is going, wait a minute.
Yeah, FTC says, I know, we know what you're doing. We're going to take you to court right. for, billions of dollars. No, YouTube says, or Google did, will you settle for $190?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. But with caveat in that they have to change all these things that they're changing. Yeah. Sounds good, man.
I hear you.
I know. I was listening to your cooking. Yeah, so that's where we're at now, and YouTube's making all these changes, and now the FTC wants to scare anyone who might potentially be targeting kids on the YouTube platform with that whole thread of 40, what is it, 43 530 42 530. Yeah, which that's a maximum.
Round up on bills, round down on income, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they came by it honestly, really. I mean, what they did was they took all of those baby sharks and all that Peppa Pigs and all that, and how much they were making on advertisement per video, and then they averaged it out. So of course that's going to bump the numbers up. So poor little here, I'm going to unbox these. My kids are going to unbox these toys and show them to kids. Who is lucky to make $1 a month on any advertising, is now faced with a potential fine, which I'm sure it would be, it'd be scaled back. They're not going to say, okay, that'll be $42,000 per video for us, because there's just no way. Yeah, there's just no way. Can't get blood out of a turnip, right? I had to say that. I had to throw some sort of food in there, man, because you're cooking.
Not turnips.
No. No, me neither, man. Me neither.
It'd make a little spicy.
Yes, it would. Well, Sean, I'm so glad you came up tonight, man. I've got 2 more guests in the wings, and we're at 11 o'clock. I'm going to give them a chance to come up. But man, it's great to have you on the show.
Cool. All right. You have a good night, sir.
You too, man. We'll talk to you again, okay?
I'll be on the chat.
Fantastic. We'll see you, bud.
Okay. Yeah, bye.
Oh, and I have to figure out where my proper next input is. I know. I'll just put you in the waiting room. All right. Well, I'm going to bring up my next guest here. And do I have to change your lower third now? Is that what I'm hearing? Yes. I might not even be able to find it here. Hang on. It's going to be way down. Oh, you got your mic going? Good. There we go.
I think so.
Yeah, I'll just change it if you want me to, man.
Change it.
How you doing? Hey, look, squirrel.
Hi.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Oh, you know what else I gotta do?
What?
I don't know.
Don't you dare bow out fast. All right. It's becoming a thing, man. Have you noticed?
Yeah. So that's kind of a thing that me and my buddies have done since we were, I don't know, probably 12 years old. I mean, it's sad thinking that, but you know what I mean. We're like, we'll be on the phone with each other, and then we'll be chatting, and it's like, oh, hold on, one more thing. Oh yeah, what's that? Click. You know? To this day, we're still on phone calls that way.
It's brutally funny.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. David the producer, what's going on? Yeah, I don't. So let's see. We got to talk about something that's one of the topics of the show.
Sure, let's do that.
We don't have to, but we will. I want to keep on topic a little bit, and then I'm sure it's going to go off.
That's fine. Fine with me, man.
I don't know. I got a video that I'm making about Kappa. I wasn't gonna, but everybody else is doing it, so mine's just gonna be weird, stupid, and funny at the same time. It's for the Viewed This channel.
Awesome. We need a comedic relief.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just gonna be clips of shit put together, and I don't know.
Oh God, don't use mine. You can if you want, but I'm just saying. Oh, I can't. Oh no, because you've seen my Kappa videos.
You know, I kind of wanted to do a video, kind of explaining like some of the you know, some of the reasons why I've scaled it back a bit in the past month and a half or so. I don't think, you know, it's nothing. I don't think it's anything that has to be done, but then I started thinking about, you know, all this copper crap and everything else going, no one gives a shit anyways, okay? Nobody cares. And truth be told, one of the problems I've run into is I have two episodes, which if I had uploaded those between the times I've been doing, I'd still be on schedule right now. I've only lapsed. I did 2 week right now. I have 2 different episodes that I recorded that the channels just came to a halt. And I can't release a video about a channel that's just came to a halt, you know?
That's true. It goes against what you stand for, I think, because you're looking for growers. You're looking for people who are undiscovered. Yeah.
I mean, I do have a rising star that I'm doing a video on. I found one of those.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I got some stuff in the works, but I've been working on this stupid other channel too. It's a stupid channel, this other one.
What's that called again?
Hey, look, squirrel. It's a stupp channel because I just do stupid things. I was gonna go live last night, and then I ended up getting a headache, and I didn't want to go with a headache. But I'm just gonna go live. I talked to you about this before. Where I'm just gonna fucking go live and be like, you know, come bitch. And I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna do StreamYard, and I'm gonna pull people up one at a time. And I'm just gonna let them bitch about what they want to bitch about. And then I'll either agree or disagree with them, and then tell them to piss off and bring the next person. I don't give a fuck. That's the whole format right there. Piss off. That's what I should call it. Piss off.
Yeah, I like that.
So So I don't know. You might see it pop live at some point on this channel, but this channel is what I really kind of. I don't know what to do right now. I'm just bouncing back and forth. I'm having fun. I decided to do Vlogmas, and then I totally fucked it up and didn't do it.
You decided to do what?
Vlogmas, where you vlog every day till Christmas, starting December 1st.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing, man.
It's one of these stupid YouTube things that people do. You know, they have these stupid things like Vlogtober. I vlog every day in October. For what?
Exactly.
Fun,
just,
you know?
yeah.
By day 5, any one of those people, you put on the video and it's like, it's the same shit. So I decided instead that I'm going to do it. And I'm just going to throw up a video whenever I want to. And whenever I make a video, that'll be day, the first day I was like, I'll do it. And the next day I was like, well, I blew that. I was like, well, fuck it. And I recorded a video and I called it day 1 and 2. And day 4, I recorded day 3 and 4. So. I did not record one today, but I may still record one before midnight. Pop it up as day 5. I don't know.
There you go.
They're short vlogs, man. They're under a minute. It's awesome to I just tell you how it fucking is, and I leave.
You should use this segment right here.
I should use this. See,
just that little thing you were just talking when you started this this whole Vlogmas or whatever the hell it's called. Use that, man.
Yeah. So, welcome to day 5 of Vlogmas.
Awesome.
I'll cut that in there. What did I do today? I worked all day and it was fucking cold. Cold again. I've been bitching about the cold, man. It's been so cold. So cold. You know?
Well, Tony, how cold has it been?
So cold.
I'm trying to set you up, man.
How cold is it? It's so cold. It's colder than a witch's tit in a brass brazier. Anyway, I wanted to tell you. I'll tell you a quick little story, and then I'll let. Who is it? Gamer?
Yeah, Gamer's up next. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I'm glad to see you. That's good. I'm glad to see you.
Me too.
Hello, Gamer. Hey, buddy. I look forward to seeing him. But now I'm gonna make him wait a little bit. I'm gonna stretch the story a little bit because I like making him fucking wait.
Yeah, big league him.
No, I won't stretch it too much because that means I gotta make you stay up longer. So.
I know, right?
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make him wait. You're like, bastard, you son of a bitch. So my wife calls in groceries to Walmart. We do this Walmart grocery pickup gimmick, right? And you just call the order and they pick everything. They bring it out, they load it in the car. They won't take a tip or nothing. They're like, piss off, fuck off. We're not allowed to. A minimum wage. They don't want us to make another penny. And then I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. So it's a cool thing, you know? And I'm telling you, their accuracy is amazing. It really is. Like, oh yeah, we have not had one problem. We've been doing this for like a year and a half.
Awesome.
And like every 3rd or 4th order, they bring you a bag, one of those reusable shopping bags.
Yeah.
Well, here you go. It's a little bag of shit on us. And they give you all these little trinkets and gifts. And there's like little bars of soap, there's candies, it's all new shit that's coming to the market that they want you to try.
Yeah.
So we called in a grocery order on Tuesday. It snowed like a fucking banshee.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday night, all the way into Monday morning, schools canceled, everything was closed down.
Yeah.
I clean the driveway, I get it looking good, I make sure it's safe for my family in case anything happens. I get out of the house, I get out of the driveway, everything's done. I'm out there for a long time. I go to work by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's fucking snowing.
Oh, jeez.
And it snowed all through Tuesday night. And I woke up Tuesday morning buried again. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me, you know? So I dug out Tuesday. Then I went out and I got stuck in a fucking snowbank in the fucking city. Because I got in a little all-wheel drive car, so I'm like buzzing around.
That's just 2 more wheels to get stuck, man.
Right. So I'm buzzing around the city. But I'm getting around everybody. I'm doing good. Well, then I go to come down the street, and I'm like, oh, I'll shoot up this street. I'm like, oh, there's a lot of snow. Fuck it, I'll make it right through it. And I'll just park in the Walgreens parking lot because I was trying to go to an account.
Yeah.
But there's just snowbanks everywhere. No, I wiped out. Whatever. It took me 10 minutes. I got out of it. But so anyways, on the way home, my wife says, "Hey, I got a Walmart order, but it's been delayed because they're short-handed today because everybody called because of the snow."
Sure.
And so I go to Walmart. Well, I was out in the big city. I was out in the big city this way here. See, out in this way here, we got the big city. You can't see it from there, but over there, it's a big city. And then over in the little city this way is where the fucking groceries was at. So anyways, I drive home. I usually got about a half-hour drive out of the city back home. And it's another 25 minutes the other way is where we pick up groceries. So it kind of fucks me when I got to make, so it's an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I get there, it's 5:30. The water's supposed to be ready somewhere between 4 and 5. Guy comes out to the car, I go, hey, I'm here to pick up the water. I give him my wife's name. He goes, oh, they haven't even started picking that yet. I go,
nice.
hi. He goes, yeah, it's been delayed. He goes, they just started picking the 4 to 5s though, so it's gonna be picked sometime very soon. I said, okay. So I sit in my car. He goes, I'm sorry, it'll be a little while. Yeah, no worries, right? An hour later, somebody comes out of that door. Literally, it was an hour and 5 minutes. Because I texted my wife when I pulled into the place, and then I texted her an hour and 5 minutes later and said, fuck this, I'm leaving. And this guy comes out to the car, and I've dealt with him there before. He's a very, very, very nice gentleman. I would guess him around 55, 60. Real nice guy. And he comes out, he goes up to the car, and I'm sitting in the car, and I'm like, I've dozed off a couple times. I'm listening to music, I'm playing fucking jelly donut, fucking whatever it is on the phone. Candy jelly crush shit. And then I look over, and there's Big Ben at the window, looking down at me like fucking John Candy at Wally World, just staring at me. So,
the moose outside should have told you.
Sorry, the bar's closed.
Well, no one informed this office of anything.
Went over into the big city.
One of my favorites, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great fucking movie. Hey, Awesome Epic Adventures. I don't know if they're still here. They were here earlier. They did National Lampoon Vacation trivia 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
And I came in after Vacation. They were on question 11 by the time I joined. Fucking slaughtered it, bro. I won.
Cool.
I won. I was like, holy shit. I came a quarter of the way in. That's right. You Ghana? Oh, that fucking woman. Write my diss track right now. I gotta work on it tonight. So the guy. So I open up the door because I got, you know, I'm like the fucking fat version of Adam Sandler. Everything that's ever happened that guy bitches about in his songs, like that's my life. You know, I got a piece of shit guy. It's pretty cool.
Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe.
Meatloaf sandwich. So I open up my door because the fucking window's busted. I can't put it down. I'm like, "What's up, man?" He goes, "Well, sir, I'm very sorry to tell you, but your order has still not been pulled." And he gives me one of these. He gives me the hasn't been pulled, and he goes. The eyes get closed.
Like, I know we suck.
Yeah, he's like, so I go, what's the chances it's getting pulled anytime soon? And he goes, it's not looking good, sir. Not looking good. I go, he goes, so I go, so how does it work? You guys run out to the car stuff, but there's a group inside picking it in the stores, right? And they send it back. He goes, yeah. And he goes, I don't know what they're doing. They haven't sent an order back in an hour. Nothing's come back at all. And nobody's answering the radios. He goes, so you could either wait, but it could be as late as 9 or 10 o'clock before it's ready. He goes, or you come back tomorrow if you want to pick it up. I go, Ben, I'm not driving all the way back out here tomorrow, buddy. It's not happening. And he goes, I understand, and I'm sorry. And I go, hey, it's not your fault, man. It snowed today. People called in. Either because they're pussies or because they got shitty cars, whatever the reason. I said, and you're stuck here. You're stuck dealing with all the asshole customers that are telling you, fuck you, buddy. I said, I can't do that to you. I feel bad, you know? He goes, well, sir, just looking at me, shaking his head. And he's like, I was a sailor in the U.S. military, sir. And I go, well, thank you for your service, Ben. He goes, so it was my pleasure to serve my country. And he goes, but sometimes my language gets a little blue because of that. Do you understand what I'm saying, sir? It gets a little blue. I'll be honest, I didn't understand what the fuck he was saying.
Really?
I didn't know what it meant. And I go, okay. And he goes, that's, in case you don't know, that's colorful language. I go, oh, okay. So then he's standing there and he's just looking at me and he's kind of giving, like, he's got regular glass on. He's kind of giving me the, he's just like, I'm just like in the car looking with this guy, and he goes, Do you mind if I use a little color, sir?
Somebody needs to vent.
He's ready. He can't even think of alternative words to use at this point. There is no alternative, you know? So I'm like, go ahead, buddy. And he's like, you're pretty fucking amazing. I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, that's what we're talking about. And he goes, people have been crapping all over us all night long, man. He's like, and you've been sitting here for over an hour and you're so nice. I go, hey, listen, I'll tell you a little secret, all right? I got 5 boys at home. You just bought me an hour of peace and quiet. You're fucking amazing, Ben. You're the fucking amazing one, not me. That guy fucking gave me the tightest handshake ever and smiled at me. He was like, you're welcome, sir. And he's like, have a good night. I walked away. I was like, we'll cancel the order when I get home.
You really want to blow a young serviceman's mind. Next time, you know, they throw the sir at you all the time like that. Blow them away and say, you know, you don't have to call me sir. I work for a living. Yeah. Yeah.
I hear that all the time because I call everybody sir. But I was raised that way. I was raised by my grandparents, raised me for a good chunk of my life, and they raised me to call people sir and madam and hold doors for people. And
it's the right thing to do. No question about it.
Manners. So I still do. I do it all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the time. It blows people's minds when they're younger than me, and I call them sir.
Yeah.
Or refer to them as sir. That blows their mind, but it's just, you know. But glad you liked it, Luke. I had a guy say it to me the other day. He was like, I don't know, something. I opened the door. He was coming in the store. I was walking in, so I held the door for him. I go, after you, sir. He looks at me and he goes, don't you ever call me sir. I work for a living. And he goes walking inside. I was like, I hear that. So I walk inside. I go, man, people say it to me all the time. And he goes, really? I go, yeah. And he goes, you weren't in the service. I said, no. And he goes, anybody who tells you this probably was in the service. That's where it comes from. I was like, all right.
Yep.
So I asked him, I said, is it okay? Am I allowed to use it now? He goes, oh, you can use it. It's okay. I go, all right, I'm going to use it. Okay. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You know, the general perception is, or what people like to think is, that the officers don't do any work. And all the, you know, enlisted guys are doing all the heavy lifting, which to a certain extent is true. And but you're going to get that every time. If you ever tell some former service guy, say, you don't have to call me sir, and not being an asshole, say, don't you ever call me sir. Just, you know, be nice about it. Say, you don't have to call me sir. I work for a living. They'll freak out and they'll ask you immediately, were you in?
Yeah. Thought me in? Are you kidding me? Look at me. I just got out. Anyway.
Yeah, I never had to do PT.
Jimmy C. Yeah.
See you, Jimmy C. Thanks, man.
Jimmy C. Yeah, I don't know. I thought, hey, listen, when you put this up, well, the vlog thing, I don't know. I'll try to rip it down tonight.
Yeah, go ahead,
but,
man.
And then I'm gonna rip this story out. This is great. I didn't have to record shit tonight. Thanks.
No problem, man. That's awesome. What I'm here for you guys.
You're awesome. Hey, can I plug this really cool new Facebook group I just found?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Oh, it's a really cool group. I think it's called the YouTube Creators Lounge. And
I've actually heard of it. Somebody came across with that just the other day on a message for me.
It's a brand new group, and it's just a place for everybody to hang out and just kind of hang out and chill and not be in a clusterfuck group full of subs and shit like that. Just a place to hang out. So
cool.
But yeah, check it out. Look it up on YouTube.
I'm definitely gonna. You mean Facebook?
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yep. I'm definitely gonna do that, man. Definitely gonna do that.
Don't look it up on YouTube, and don't look it up on the fucking Twitter. You're not gonna find it. But yeah.
I actually have it open still, so I'll leave a link in Discord perhaps, and yeah. What do you think?
Yeah,
good idea?
That's a good idea. I like that idea.
Cool.
You know what else I like? I like the fact that you're fucking amazing, man.
Yet again. Thanks, Tony. It was cool, man. All right, we're gonna go long since the start of the show was so stellar. Hope you guys don't mind. Just hang out with me if you would. I have to find something now because Nothing is easy tonight. Nothing is easy tonight. Let me bring up my final guest, and this will be my final guest, guys. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Just a minute. Let me see if I can't find your lower third, man, so I don't have to type it in. Shit, where'd it go? Where did it go? Yeah, can you hear me?
It's me in the corner.
Damn it, where is it? Oh, there it is. Thank God. I didn't want to have to type. All right, there we are. Hey, gamer, how are you, man? Oh, look at that.
Hi.
How you doing, man? Nice hat, by the way.
Papa, can you hear me? I'll get up. I was laying on the floor of my kitchen.
Nice. Well, it's good to see you in regular light, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Fuck this today. I can't be bothered.
Oh, man. A reveal on my show.
No, there ain't a review. Everyone knows what I was about anyway.
Oh.
I can't be bothered. At the
Okay.
moment, you know. How are you?
Me, I'm considering the circumstances tonight. I suppose I'm doing okay. How about yourself? Oh my God.
That's my answer to that. I hope it helps you.
No, I don't read plastic trumpet. As many classes I've taken on that, it just never stuck. It's kind of like Spanish. It just never stuck.
I don't speak in trumpet. I understand. By the way, you can't keep this one up. Not this clip. I can't have a public gamer video of me online. So this is going to be a one-off for you.
I'm sure I won't guess at it if that's what you're asking. Sure, no problem.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
No problem,
So
dude. No problem.
first of all, I wanted to say to you, sorry for being a dick. I love you, and I was drunk, and I ain't gonna go on. And I wanted to thank David, producer, for giving me a link to the outside world, because he literally stopped me from being a prisoner for the past week by getting me a modem. So
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
sorry to you, and thanks to Dave. I just wanted to say that publicly.
Well, like I said earlier, man, apology accepted, because you guys don't know this, but Gamer sent me a video very shortly afterwards, apologized, and it's nice of you to come publicly and do that, Nag. I really do appreciate that. You know, I love you too, man. We've
I
had
really do, and like I didn't know. I wanted to talk to you, but I didn't know how to. I'm not very good with all of these emotions and stuff.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. I'm right there with you, man. I'm not good at it at all. But it is this was really great. I'm so glad you decided to come on. I'm so glad you decided not to become a recluse, because that couldn't have been good. You need the support of your friends and family, man.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good.
Well, no, I'm not all right, but I'm just I'm keeping myself occupied.
That's the important part. So you want to get off the subject and hit maybe some of the things that I brought up earlier in the head of the show?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, I do.
Cool. Well, what are your thoughts, man? Did I miss the mark on any of those? If so, tell me about
I'll
it.
be honest with you. I ain't got a fucking clue what you was on about.
Have you watched Rewind yet? Oh, you haven't?
Who?
The YouTube Rewind. Did I
I
not?
don't even know what that is, mate.
Oh.
I'm telling you now. I don't give a toss about this YouTube stuff. I don't mean that offensive to you
Oh,
or anyone.
no.
I just like literally. No, I'm sorry.
That's okay. None taken.
I know that YouTube's a downloadable app.
Yes.
I know that the icon's a big red thing with a triangle in it. That's about all I know on YouTube. I don't care for their rules. I don't care for their monetization. I don't care really.
I'm with you, man.
I mean, no.
I am with you. I don't want to say though. Oh, go ahead.
I'm trying to word it. If there is a foreign entity dictating your life as to the extent that it affects your life, then you just kind of need to step away from that entity because nobody's forcing you to use it.
It's true.
However, if they imposed stuff on you which you had no choice but to adhere to in life, then that's a different story. And I do find it weird that, for example, YouTube is the basis these days for international law, for example. That confuses me a bit.
Yeah.
You know, hate speech can be defined via YouTube, for example, when not all hate speech is hate speech. Sometimes it's just the opinion of one person that isn't agreed by another and it's deemed as hate speech. Just things like this, I think that with the ODG, but honestly, I couldn't give a toss. If they want to get rid of my channel, they can suck my nuts and go ahead. I really couldn't care.
I hear you, man.
Has that answered your question?
It has actually. It has actually. And you know, it's really easy to forget the international implications of something like this. But it's certainly something that we can't ignore, especially since, you know, so many of us across the globe are involved. And I would say the reason that that I'm so angry about it is because they promise one thing, but they deliver something entirely different. You know what I mean?
Don't all superpowers.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it right?
Look at governments. We've got our election next month, and we've got all these manifestos. Apparently, poverty is going to be cured, and I'm like, oh, okay, just magic fucking money tree coming out of the ground. You know, I think Jesus is going to be reborn and come and feed 10,000 men with his fucking fish, because that's the only way it's going to happen if they want people. And they're just coming out with all of these lies, and people lap it up.
Yeah.
It's like all you have to be in this day and age is to have a bit of money, a bit of social media presence, and people will. And this, I think you had a chat about this the other day, that it might have been another, but too many people rely on the government for them to do things when they need to rely on themselves a bit more, be a bit more self-sufficient. So when you've got this person telling you, I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you, free healthcare, just like, not political, but like, you know, just, it's not realistic. And it's the same thing with YouTube. All of these promises that are going to say, for example, I don't want to say the P word because it makes me shudder, but we're going to completely eradicate P's from YouTube. It's never going to happen. The promises they can make, it is never ever going to happen. There's always going to be somehow someone who circumvents it, someone, and it's just they need to start. You can't get a jug of water and sell it in shop as orange juice. I don't understand why they can get away with mislabeling and mismarketing these things, false promises, and as I said, that's not. Again, politics, that is also any big body, and that would include YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
They are going to say all of this crap. People are going to basically get under there and lick it all up and believe every single word they say, and then they're going to be devastated 6 months down the line when they realise it was just crowd appeasing bullshit.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and
sorry for that ramble.
No, don't be apologizing for that. I mean, it has to be said. I didn't think it was too political either, so don't worry about that. It just it comes along with the territory. Governments are well, from my perspective, they're the root of all evil, but but large entities have that same sort of problem as well, right? They stop being humans and they start being entities. And it's something we should all be cautious of. I feel really bad for those people who don't look at it that way, don't understand what that means, are sucked in, and then they're the ones that arguably suffer the most because they're blindsided when they shouldn't be. They should have their eyes wide open. And I know we're dancing around all this, but
I think when a company stops viewing people as people, starts viewing them as a number or a commodity, that's when people need to take a step back. and realise that this isn't a number, this isn't a commodity, this is a sentient being with thoughts, feelings, emotions. Because these same people, if they had their money taken off of them and then they were made to wait 6 hours in a customer service on the phone and have exactly the same treatment as what they're preaching to other people, they wouldn't be happy. And it does confuse me in this day and age why governments and organisations do this, where we've deemed it not okay to have all of this crazy political correct stuff, and then yet such essentially blatant heinous lies can, as I said, like for example, that our government saying they're gonna stop poverty on their next election, and well, I'm like, well, what you're gonna stop poverty in one election overnight when it's been happening for hundreds of years and been getting worse, especially the past decade, and overnight you're just gonna snap your fingers and the streets are gonna be clear of dead people and stuff? No. It's like you know, YouTube, I'm expecting them one day, YouTube stay subscribed for 5 years and get a free golden badge or something, and people are gonna be a muppet, stick about for that, get all of that monetization and those adverts and that ad revenue for YouTube, and then they ain't gonna give no one a freaking golden badge. You ain't gonna get jack diddly fish, but you've just spent 5 years of your life being an absolute muppet for them, earning them money.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. And I would argue that it's as much the fault of the entities that are selling as it is for the idiots that are buying.
Do you want to see something really cool?
Sure.
It's a towel.
That's awesome. I don't know the significance.
I just wanted to see your face as I made it really awkward. It's just a tea towel. There was nothing special to it at all.
A tea towel?
Yeah.
No, we don't have those over here.
It's a small towel that you use for drying your teacups.
Oh, we call those dish towels.
Oh, well, we call them dishcloths. Oh no, dishcloths what you wipe with. We call them tea towels. Yeah.
Tea towels. Yeah, see, we're forbidden from manufacturing those over here.
In the UK, you get avid tea towel collectors. I don't know if you have that in America. You can get different types of tea towel. You get tea towels with maps on it. So you get people collecting tea towels from different cities. And I have genuinely, not in a long time, this was about 10, 15 years ago, I walked through London and there was someone guiding themselves through London on a tea towel map.
No way.
About 10, 15 years ago, yeah. And the tourist shop, it's mad. That same shop, still the same, exactly the same owner. They still sells the same stuff. Hasn't updated him. Brings back memories. But yeah, that was one of the more surreal things I've seen. Woman trying to find Piccadilly Circus on a tea towel. But yeah.
Well, I guarantee you that I bet there are some tea towel collectors over here in the States. I guarantee you. I don't know where they're getting them. In fact, I was making fun earlier, but I bet they do sell them over here. I just hadn't heard of them.
I hope they're more realistic prices than over here, because you get crazy old people spending £10 on a tea towel over here. They keep that tea towel market well alive.
Nice. Well, at least it keeps those folks in Taiwan busy.
Another tea towel.
Another tea towel. Saw it here first, folks.
Saw it there first. It's an exclusive. Right, I better bugger off.
Yeah, we're an hour and a half into this. Phil, I'm not going to be able to bring you up tonight, buddy. I'm sorry that I can't stay up any longer. I got something early in the morning, and I only went over because it was such a pain in the ass to get things going tonight. But Gamer, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, thanks.
And along with I know everyone else that I've talked to, we're all hoping that things work out well for you. It's always darkest before the dawn, man.
It's not getting any easier right now. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm just literally keeping myself occupied right now, and I won't go into it on here, but she could help the situation, and she's not.
Yeah.
She's making it tenfold worse. So I'm at the current stage in my life where I'm kind of like, oh, women need to go and die, but I'm sure I'll get over that eventually, you know.
Yeah, don't even think that way. Just chin up, man. Chin up.
No, that's what happens, doesn't it? As soon as you break up, all women hate men, all men hate women. You go through it. But
Oh yeah.
I'm getting over it, and I'm going to say publicly now, Ganna, you've been my rock. Thank you so much for helping me not literally go crazy. She has been amazing, Jim.
I know.
Absolutely amazing.
She is an amazing woman. I got to watch her and her show just a bit. Got pulled away and wasn't able to go back to it. But yeah, Ghana is one of the good ones. Absolutely.
The show was absolutely. That was literally just after I'd split. That was her keeping me occupied as well.
Yeah, yeah.
She's been an absolute sweetheart. Bless
Yeah.
her. I love that woman. She's been great. Anyway, take care of yourself.
Same to you, gamer. And you know, don't be a stranger, man. You need to keep yourself busy. I'm more than happy to help. What is that?
Potato.
Oh,
It's a potato.
man, you can't even get those anymore. Two.
Potatoes.
Oh, he's richer than we know, folks. Richer than we know. Hello, Rick Halber. How you doing? Good to see you. I know I missed a whole bunch of people. Paul Harvey is the Elite Raider production. Paul, sorry about not being able to get to you tonight, man. Sooner Squash 74. How you doing? Saw you jump in there earlier. I'm glad to have you aboard the show. David, the producer. How you doing? Did I miss anybody else? I'm terribly sorry if I did. It's been a weird show, folks. But it looks like once I stopped talking about YouTube so much, they kept me up. So we're gonna call that a win. We're absolutely gonna call that a win. But that's gonna do it for me, folks. I have an early morning tomorrow. I so appreciate you guys following me over to this second stream, and hopefully we won't have to do that too often. Like I said, I'm second guessing Restream. It's just becoming a pain in the ass. I'm gonna have to find out if other people are having that same problem, what they're doing about it, if I should even continue. I just worry about putting all my eggs in the YouTube basket. We all know how I feel about it, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I want you guys to know that the more people we have in here, the merrier it is, and I don't know that YouTube is the greatest source for that. So, you know, we'll just see how it goes. But listen, guys, thanks again for hanging out. Thanks to my guests for coming on. And always remember, folks, to treat others the way you would want to be treated. If we all did that, this world would be a great place. You have a good evening or a good day, and we'll see you live.